Hey guys, JV here with another Destiny 2 tips and tricks video. It's time for our weekly look at the Agent of the Nine. Just a heads up, this is your place for daily Destiny 2 content here on YouTube, so hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for Destiny 2 tips and tricks videos. Today I'm going to share my exotic recommendation for Xur's September 22nd inventory, so let's take a look. This weekend, Xur is hanging out near the rig location on Titan, so just fast travel to the rig point and you'll find him inside this little alcove not too far. Of course, Xur likes to hide in dark places, so this is a natural place for him to be. Taking a look at his inventory, the weapon this time around is the Wardcliff Coil, an arc rocket launcher, another power weapon this time around. Remember last week we had the Merciless, so Bungie's giving us 2 in a row for some reason. This launcher has extremely high velocity and handling, decent blast radius and stability with a slower reload speed, and as you would expect, the fire rate is also very slow too, which makes sense given the magazine size is only 1. The intrinsic perk is Mad Scientist. This weapon fires a volley of rockets, and a volley is kind of an understatement. It's absolutely insane. This is an insane effect that allows you to burst down any target incredibly quickly. It's perfect for bosses and strikes and raids. The trait is Mechanized Autoloader. This weapon automatically reloads on ammo pickup. Every time you run over power ammo, the Wardcliff will reload automatically for you, which is great because, again, the reload speed is terrible otherwise. It's perfect because the intrinsic and trait perks complement each other and offset some of the downsides of this weapon, make it an absolute powerhouse. So Xur selling the Wardcliff Coil like this is just like him selling the Gjallarhorn super early in the original Destiny. Wardcliff is an essential item for running the Nightfall, especially with the rotating prism energy modifier that we have now in Destiny 2. Also, we know how cruel RNG can be. Some people were waiting for the galley for a very long time, so you don't want to miss out on this opportunity if you don't have the Wardcliff Coil already. You need to buy it for 29 legendary shards. For the Hunter, we have FOETRACER, which is not specific to any Hunter subclass, making it a flexible choice. Its armor perks specialize in mobility, with the option for a little bit of resilience or recovery if you'd like. The intrinsic perk is Relentless Tracker, visually marks targeted enemies, deals more damage to low health marked targets, and it marks them with a bright X. I think it's something we've seen in the original Destiny as well. So this perk is decent in PvE, but where it really shines is the Crucible. You'll never lose track of your enemies in the heat of battle. Whether they run around a corner or behind cover, FOETRACER will reveal them for you, and having that extra damage against low health targets is incredible in PvP too. This piece also comes with a mod which improves handling for your energy weapon. I'm not the biggest Crucible player, but I do know that the Knucklehead Radar is also a solid exotic hunter option. However, you're only going to use that if you're not already using the Mida, because those effects cross over, and with the Mida being as strong as it is right now, I think the FOETRACER has a slight edge between the two. So if you're looking to dominate trials or any PvP mode for that matter, grab the FOETRACER if you don't have it already. For the Titan, we have ACD0 Feedback Fence, another flexible choice that isn't specific to one Titan subclass. Its armor perks maximize resilience, but also grant a bit of recovery if you'd like that too. The intrinsic perk is Fury Conductors. Melee kills build up explosive energy within the ACD0 feedback fence. Being struck by a melee attack unleashes this energy in a devastating explosion. This effect is super cool and helpful across any mode, but I find it most effective in any situation where there's a lot of mobs around. So if you're going for a heroic public event, maybe clearing ads for your raid team in Leviathan, anything where it's getting hectic and there's a ton of enemies around you, this is perfect because it triggers when you get melee. You also get increased mobility with the pre-installed legendary mod. While I wouldn't call this a 100% necessary Titan piece, it's super fun to use, and if you have extra legendary shards burning a hole in your Titan pocket, it wouldn't hurt to pick these up, especially if you chose another option during the story, because once again, the game gives you 3 options. This was one of them, so if you didn't get it then, maybe think about getting it now. For the Warlock, we have SUNBRACERS, a favorite returning from the original game, but this time for the Dawnblade subclass. Its armor perks grant a good amount of mobility and a bit of recovery, or a small amount of all 3 of them. The intrinsic perk is Helium Spirals, increases the duration of solar grenades and grants grenade energy on solar melee hits. As you can tell, this is entirely built around your grenade ability. As long as there are plenty of enemies around to melee, you'll be able to recharge your grenade, which already lasts longer than usual. This is another great piece for clearing large groups of mobs. The legendary mod increases reload speed for your kinetic weapon. So this happens to be one of the only two options specific to the Dawnblade Warlock, the other being Wings of Sacred Dawn. And similar to that piece, I don't think this is a must-buy. It's certainly good, like I said, in specific situations, but the funny thing about Warlock exotics is there's a lot of interesting utility, a lot of ones that are not specific to one subclass that are very good. And with that in mind, I'd say only pick this up if you've got extra shards or you're just really attached to the Solar Warlock and you want as many options as possible. To wrap up this weekend's inventory, the biggest highlight for me is the Wardcliff Coil. You absolutely need to grab this and infuse it up to your level because it's a monster in any situation. Don't be stuck without the Gallarhorn of Destiny 2 because that's really what this is. Alright guys, today I shared my recommendations for Xur's September 22nd exotic inventory. In the comment section below, tell me which exotics you're picking up this time. For me, I'm obviously grabbing the Wardcliff Coil. I would get FOETRACER, but I've already found 2 already. So share what you're getting in the comment section below. Next time we will cover more Destiny 2 here on the channel, so stay tuned for daily Destiny 2 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for lots of Destiny 2 content. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.